Hi, my name is Sam, and welcome to colormyincome.com. Now, you would have already purchased your domain name for your online business, and you'd be looking to actually set up the website itself on your hosting package. Now, I'm assuming that you've got one of these packages. These are classified under the Linux hosting, and you would be looking at the either the basic unlimited or unlimited plus packages. I have personally gone for the unlimited plus equivalent because I've been with them for a long time, and we've used them and we've trusted them, and we are very happy with their support. Now, with the domain name already registered and your hosting package that you've decided and bought into, you can then log into their console, the backend console. Once you've got your password and username logged on, you would then see this backend console that allows you to control and manage all your domain names. Eventually, if you have more than one website, you might have one for each of your businesses. Then you can come in here and buy some more, add, manage them, and create web spaces for them, as well as the different websites for them. But what we're interested today is to look at how to get you up and running quickly. So once you're logged on to the console, backend console, scroll down. On the left column, you would see the one-in-one App Center. Now this is what you want. The App Center helps you build your website as simple as clicking and going with the settings. Next, you'll be looking at these two options. Now, click and build is what you want. You'll be building your website based on different platforms or different open source software. We'll be looking specifically at WordPress. We'll set this aside for later. So click on click and build. Okay. And the next screen brings you to all the different options out there, and we don't be distracted at this point because you tend to Magneto being an e-commerce product, Drupal another quite popular content management system, Joomla is the other one, but what we really want is our friend here, WordPress. Now, why WordPress, you say? WordPress is a well-known open source, well-established, and very popular, probably world's first or world number one, sort of platform for bloggers. But beyond blogging, you're looking at a platform that allows you to expand further. It allows you to adopt different plugins that adds functionalities to your website. And this is what we really want in your website. You don't want just a blog or a website. You want to be able to expand. So if I click on install WordPress, as you can see, it's one of the top downloads. You'll then be presented with these three options. You can go with safe mode, which means one-in-one will manage your website for you, but they would lock it down to just a few specific parameters just to make their job manageable. You will not be able to install plugins, but they will keep your site up to date. Or you can use the free mode. The free mode is where you're given the freedom to install plugins, which is what we're really interested in. You would then also be notified, so you'll not be kept out dry. You'd be notified as and when there are security patches, so you can apply them at your own pace. There are times when security patches, all well and good, but you got to make sure that your website is ready for it. So you got to decide when you can apply the update, just so that you minimize your disruption to the audience or visitors to your website. Equally, you got to make sure that your updates are being tested before you apply them, because they might break some of the plugins that you've got already installed or you've paid for. So you might want to hold back on certain updates. Make sure that your developers or the software that you bought into has got its own updates, equivalent updates that will patch itself, and then you apply the security updates provided by WordPress. All in good time. I'm sure you can look into that a bit later. Now, the evaluation mode, we're not interested in that. We're just going to go with free mode. So click on install in free mode. You then get these open source EULA for the code that you're about to install, as well as the term of use for the one-in-one click and build option, that what we're using now. Now the one-in-one build and click and build is obviously a easy route for you to set up a website without much fuss in terms of knowing the technicalities of things. So I'm just going to agree with these, click continue. Next, it will ask you which domain you're going to use and what you're going to call this domain. Now, I've got a bunch of domains myself. I'm just going to go with an existing subdomain for testing. Now, you can choose your domain that you've got up there. I'm going to go with staging.getaprenup.co.uk, which is a site that I'm about to set up, but I'm just going to do that as a test site. So, with the unlimited package, you can create as many subdomains as you want, and you can lock it away with password protect the site so that it can become your test site as well. So this is what we do as a process in terms of checking out the plugins or checking out the updates so it doesn't crash with the core codes on WordPress. So I'm going to call this my website name. Now you can see here, you can choose a top level domain. You can choose a subdomain that you have created, or you can use this to create your new subdomain by simply adding a name here and choosing the domain where it's going to be attached. Now, this would be your login, administrator login. So these are what you need to put in. So administrator login, I'll call it so I'm just going to call it a simple. Okay, now you're going to have to set a strong password for this. Obviously, a combination of at least 7 letters, a combination of uppercase and lowercase, a combination of numbers, a combination of special characters, hash, exclamation, full stop, that sort of thing. And you've got to repeat that password. Put in an email account and the blog title. Click continue when you're ready. Must not contain spaces. Okay, obviously this is the first time I'm using the click and build. I have always been setting up websites based on a manual route, but here we go. I'm just learning as I go, as you are. Okay, so what it's saying here is that the application name must contain at least 3 characters, up to 50, and may only consist of letters, numbers, and underscore. So no spaces. So I was trying one with spaces earlier. Right. So now we're on the database option. So you can use an existing database, or you can just ask it to create a new database. So click on the new database because you don't want to be overwriting any of your existing database if you have them. Leave the prefix alone, or if you want to be creative and just to be sure that now prefix are quite important here. It's one of those steps that you take to protect your database. A randomized prefix like this creates a table in a database where all your data is stored, and it makes it just that bit more difficult for hackers to get to. So here we go. We finished the creating of a new database and put in all the settings that we need. Click on continue. This will be the web space. Now, obviously, it has decided that it will put it in the click and build directory, WordPress, get a prenup. But hey, I would rather it be on the root, and I'm going to try this now, which is get a prenup staging site. And this is my site. Obviously, you're going to go with the name of your domain, so just to make it clear. And I would go with that. Continue, and there you are. So you've now got the latest version of WordPress, and it's installed in the subdomain, and the database is called get a prenup staging site. In my case, obviously yours will be different, and it'll be in this directory. Now if you're happy with this, just highlight, copy and paste it on a Word document or a text document, and have this saved away together with the password that we were looking at earlier to set up your database. Otherwise, just click install, and you'd say that I would like to be informed about any security updates, new releases, and security warnings for this application. That is good. Just as good best practice, have that checked so you get emails whenever there are problems or security updates needing your attention. So I click install, and here we go. Right. So here we are. The we're now in the web hosting tab, and this is where we use the click and build option to create a free mode WordPress installation. And in my case, these are the settings that I've decided it to use. So you'd see that the admin URL is here. It is currently installing the site. So I can click on staging, or click on the link to go to my admin console for the site that it's installing. So I might leave it for a while and come back to it later, just so that once this goes off or when it's ready, we can log into the back end of our installation and have a good look. So catch you later.